There was a quality field in the special vehicle category with some significant off-season changes to cars and personnel. Reigning champions Evan Hutchison and Achim Bergman were back in a motorized bat, with Hutchison predicting a tough season with plenty of title challenges.
I think the same again, it's difficult to know who, normally it's preparation that lets the guys down. Harper's been knocking on the door for the last 3 or 4 years with second, so, sooner or later he's going to win one, he's up there. Shamir, Colin Matthews is quick, there's a lot of people that can win races and do well. It's really difficult to tell at this stage again. A lot of guys have the pace to win races, it's who has the infrastructure and the ability to put enough races together to win a championship.
Class P Drivers Champion Johan Besaidnout was looking for a hat-trick of titles, but was adopting a wait-and-see approach.
Man, ons wil dit kalm begin vat in die begin van die jaar en kyk hoe dit gaan en dit sal magic wees om 3 keer in 'n ry te doen. Maar kom ons laat ons nou net die osse voor die wa span en laat ons eers kyk hoe gaan dit hier daar.
Class B champion Derek Du Toit had a rookie co-driver in local businessman Andre Rearder.
What happened is that at some stage last year, because Thew is the owner of Ormond Vineyards, he was very involved. He's always involved with the organization of the whole event. And he said it will be a good thing for a local team to participate. And he had the idea to enter a darling car. And then because Rick decided to do a couple of changes with his racing career, he said that his car is available, so if we want to do a darling car for this year, and here we are.
With a production vehicle sweeping the road, Nick Harper was quite happy with number 1 on the road.
I don't know, we're lucky this year that the Buckies are going to go first, so hopefully they'll sweep the course. So putting number one out the hat is not such a bad thing. At least we won't catch any dust. There's quite a big dust gap between the last Bucky and us. So I think it'll be a good thing.
As with the production vehicle brigade, it was going to be a hot and dusty Donaldson prologue for the special vehicle runners.
Former South African champion Shamir Variawa and Siegfried Rousseau were quick out the starting blocks in the team total porter. They were 33 seconds ahead of Herman and Wichard Silwald. In an ironic twist, the Silwalds were out for the first time in a car built by Variawa, with the SVR sporting a radical rear design.
A couple of wrong slots saw Nick and Ryan Harper drop to 3rd place in the Atlas Copco bat. Despite their deviations from the course, the father and son combination were only 13 seconds behind the Silwald father and son pairing. Chasing after the Harpers were Colin Matthews and Alan Smith in the Century Racing bat. Reliability problems hampered Matthews and Smith in 2009, but they had the pace to regularly win races.
Fifth among the specials went to reigning champions Evan Hutchison and Achim Bergman, who were back in the motorized bat Spec 3, in which they won the 2007 ABSA Off-Road Championship. The pair lost time over the last 50 kilometers with a power steering problem.
Hutchison and Bergman won the 2009 title in a 4x4 motorized Revo 1, but new FIA rules dictate that 4x4 special vehicles must now have the engine in the front. That has seen the Revo 1 mothballed with a new 4x4 in the pipeline.
Former Northern Regions champions Johan van Staden and James Rousseau won last year's Rookies of the Year award. The KEC Bat Pair got their season off to a good start by mixing it with the Class A cars. Their reward was the 6th fastest time overall and the fastest time amongst the Class P runners.
Brothers Johan and Dion Besaidnout were happy with the steady run that took the Adenco bat into 2nd place in Class P. The Besaidnouts were a minute behind Van Staden and Rousseau and were just over half a minute ahead of Archie Rutherford and Craig Doubtfire, who were pushing hard in the Regent Racing Jimco.
Class B honours went to the steady Derek Du Toit and Andre Rearder. Although Rearder went into the race with no previous off-road experience, he is a former offshore powerboat racer and is no stranger to the racing culture. Chasing after the Orange Tree bat were Mark Corbett and Rudy Balzar in the Century Racing CR3. Like Hutchison and Bergman, the Century Racing pair were hit by the FIA's 4x4 ruling in 2010.
During the off-season, the CR3 was converted to Class B specifications, with Corbett and Balzar hoping they would put an end to the reliability problems that plague the 4x4 car.
Around 20 seconds behind Corbett and Balzar, former champions Richard Schilling and Chris Davies were having a good run in the Adenco. A few little side bets between Schilling and other veteran Class B drivers adds a little interest to proceedings. Further back, brothers Keith and Andrew Machanete were showing the sort of steady progress that took them to second place in last year's Class B championship. What they lack in outright pace, they make up for with consistency, and they are tough competitors who have their sights set on winning this year's championship.
A minute or two behind the Machanetes were local crew Marius Nicholson and Rod Jeffrey, who were going well in a car that brought back memories of another era in off-road racing. An aging Sandmaster was being helped along by power from an Opel motor.
With cars arriving back in the pits showing various signs of wear and tear, it was again time for the technical crews to swing into action. There's also always some public relations work to be done, with team flags in demand amongst the youngsters.
Photographers also get in on the act, and as usual, Shamir Variawa was in a jovial mood.
Today we had a good run. We went out there, we said we were going to drive it hard. This morning we decided to drive it hard, and we did that. Some places we felt we could go faster, but we didn't have, the restrictors just limiting us down, and we got entangled with two SP buckies, and we knew we had to get past them as quick as possible and to make up time, and that's what we did. And quite happy with the time. No problems in the car, the car's 100%. So.
Over in the Silwalt camp, there were a few problems that would be of concern during the race.
Our gearbox pump actually didn't come on automatically as it should have, and our gearbox temperatures went up sky high, which we only realized a bit later on. So tomorrow we're starting with a suspect gearbox, and since this is a gearbox breaking race, I'd say, that's not ideal.
Combined prologue results saw only 4 production vehicles in the top 10, but some close times suggested some hectic early race battles.
There was an early and chilly start to race day proceedings, with pre-race tensions starting to kick in. One person in a relaxed mood was former SA drivers and co-drivers champion Bucks Carolyn, who just cannot stay away from off-road racing.
No, you can't. I say to guys, if you're a drug addict, you can go to a home, they'll fix you up. But when you've got petrol in your blood, it's the end of you. And so this is my comeback, and I thought it would be a good year to do it. Me and Shumi phoned me last night, wished me good luck. So I think we hoping for 4th place today.
Carolyn, older brother Richard, and other veteran drivers and co-drivers are from the old school of off-road racing. After a 2-year break from the sport, Carolyn has noticed major changes.
Turn more professional. The last time I was in a car was in 2008. And it's just become so professional. The marking is excellent. The route schedule is unbelievable. You really got to be dumb to miss the calls. I missed 3 yesterday, so it's part of the thing, using the GPS, it makes it a lot safer. So it's unbelievably professional.
One of the surprises of the Donaldson Prologue